Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video was just inspired by me really wanting to just hop back into YouTube and come and make videos about things that have happened in my life that I haven't really been talking about. Okay. Mama's recording. Mama's recording, baby. So y'all, today's video is going to be all about how I have maintained a 100-pound weight loss for over 5 years. These are just going to be things that I guess noticed or picked up over the last 5 years, things I've learned from being around other people, things I've learned about myself, and it's probably some things that you will learn if you're also on a weight loss journey. My goal here on my channel is to talk about my life, open up a little bit about my life, and to help you guys out. So here we go. We all know that losing weight in itself is work. It's hard work, but I think losing weight in itself is hard work. It's very hard work. But what has been harder work for me, I think, is maintaining the weight. Simply because I think in your mind, when you're heavier or obese, in your mind you have it, you already know, okay, I'm big, I'm fat, I need to lose weight, so I need to be eating healthier. But once you hit a slimmer body, it's like your mind kind of starts to play little tricks on you. You're like, well, I'm slimmer now, so I can eat what I want. I'm in a smaller body now. I think I'll be able to eat this and have some self-control. No. If you're a person who has struggled with your weight loss, you'll never really have self-control. You'll always have to discipline yourself and think a little bit more than like a person who has never struggled with their weight. You're gonna have to put a little bit more thought into your food. The work never stops. So here is my first thing. You always want to measure, track, or have an idea of how much food you are eating. There's no such thing as I'm gonna go buy a family-sized bag of chips and then I'll automatically know when to stop. I can intuitively eat this. Us former fatties, us former heavier people, that does not exist. When I do decide to have chips or whatever, it's always in one of those little small packs, a small bag, because I know if I get a big bag of something, I'm gonna stick with that bag until that bag is gone, until it is empty. And like I said, if you're a former heavy person, we don't ever really have self-control. There's always this thing in us that lacks self-control, so we have to put a little bit more thought into our food. And that's why I say you always want to be tracking how much you're eating, measure it, get a food scale, know how much you're eating, and only eat that. Next thing I've learned, or I want to put out there, just because you are a normal weight now or you're no longer fat does not mean that your lifestyle can be like those who have never struggled with their weight. If you've been obese, very overweight, whatever your situation is or was, just because you get the size of your skinny friend, you and your skinny friend are the same size, or you're smaller than your skinny friend, does not mean you can do the same thing or live your life the same way as your skinny friend. Your skinny friend has been skinny forever and she's never had, or he has never had, an issue with his or her weight. You have. If you have a person who's thinner than you and you know they live their life a little bit more on the wild side, they eat what they want, and for some reason they never really gain weight, that's their blessing, it ain't yours. Yeah, just be mindful of that. When you're around people who, like I said, have never had emotional eating problems, struggled with their weight, you can't really do what they can do. It feels unfair, but it's just what it is, people. It's what it is. The next thing I want to talk about is you want to keep positive people around you, or get rid of the negative people who always have something to say about your weight loss, or they're always trying to persuade you or sway you to eat foods that you know aren't going to be any good for you, your weight loss, or going to cause you to overeat again. They mean you no good. And most of the times when you have people like that who are always throwing up, negative comments, or always trying to get you to eat bad stuff, it's probably more of like an envy or jealousy thing. And I hate to say that, But it is what it is. Successfully lost like 50 pounds, that person is still eating and is struggling trying to lose 50 or 60 pounds. No, they're not gonna want you to eat healthy, because your healthy eating, your working out, your discipline just reminds them that they don't have that. Who is always negative. Key here is positive people. They don't have to be best friends. They could be people you don't even really know like that. But if you're around them and they always give you some hint or bit of positivity, you want to be around that person more. And don't be surprised, because most of the negative people I've kind of been around are people that I'm around a lot, or family members. So I would just say, keep it with the positive folks, and you yourself will become a more positive person. You want to keep junk food out of your house. I don't buy junk food here. Now, if someone I live with buys junk food, I don't eat it. It's not mine. I'm not responsible for it. In my mind, that's how I feel. I didn't buy it. It's not my food. But if I buy that food for myself, like I said earlier in the video, I'm gonna stick with that bag until it's gone. It's just what it is. That's just how I am. You want to not buy that stuff and keep it in your house. Like I said, it goes back to the self-control thing. Us heavier people, we always have that little thing in us that lacks self-control. Keep it in my house. And if I do eat junk food or something that's not super duper healthy, most of the times it's like I'm out at a thing or someone offered me something. I'm okay, I'd be interested in trying that, but I don't buy that stuff for myself. Next thing, you want to move as much as you can. Do whatever, move your body as much as you can. I know that I saw somewhere on Instagram that you're supposed to move your body like at least 120 or 200 something minutes per week. That's like to stay fit. I don't know if I do that, but I know that I walk quite a bit. I have an Apple Watch. I don't have it with me right now, but I do have an Apple Watch, and I'm always tracking my steps and seeing how many calories I burned using that watch. So move as much as you can. Get up, get out, move. I'm talking about food. Probably should keep that together. But anyway, food, back to food. You want to already have some food ready and prepared for you to eat, whether that be like chicken, beef. You want to have vegetables cooked. You have something to eat on, because if I come home and I'm hungry and I don't have food already ready, to me, I'm like, okay, then I need to go buy something from like somewhere and then eat it. It's gonna be relatively healthy. I won't get like Chipotle. It's cleaner food. I can eat it, but no, that'll get out of hand. Join a gym, or you can get one of those little TV fitness subscription things, Beachbody on Demand, iFit. There are so many little subscriptions you can pay for on your Fire Stick, Roku TV. There's so many subscriptions out there you can pay for per month that'll keep you active in the house. Like sometimes I like going to the gym, sometimes I like staying at home and moving around. It just really depends on me and how I'm feeling, but I know that I'm gonna need something to keep my body moving. If I'm not going to the gym, then I need to be finding something to do around the house to keep my body active. And my last and final thing is get therapy if you need it. If you really feel like you're struggling with something and you need to talk to somebody, I would say go talk to a professional if you got insurance. If you can afford to go to see a therapist once a month, pay out of pocket if you have to. But if you feel really honestly, truly, in here, feel like you need the help, go get it. Let me say it again. If you feel like you need the help, go get it. Journey is not like a straight thing, it's a up and down thing. It'll never be a straight path, and everybody's path is very different. So if you are in a hard place, I've been in hard places in my journey, so I understand. If you feel like you need to talk to someone, like I said, you want to go talk to a professional or someone who has done what you're doing and have done it successfully. Yeah. There are forums online of people who share their stories, and you can join those forums and groups and Facebook groups. There's help and support out there. You just gotta go look for it. If you really want it, you'll go look for it. Alright guys, so that is the end of my video. I enjoyed all of my little, my little list of things that I've learned. And I hope that you got something from this video. Please subscribe. Consider subscribing to my channel if you like my content. You can follow me on Instagram and comment on this video. Let me know what you like, what you don't like, and that's it. I love y'all so much, and